Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelsey. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some strategies and tips that I have for goal setting, and these are things that I've used in the past to reach my goals, like how I was able to lose a little over 50 pounds, how I was able to reach some of my financial goals and also some of my Jiu Jitsu goals. So yeah, I'm really excited to share these with you. These are things that I'm going to be using and implementing to set goals for 2023 as well. I really want to make sure that I'm setting myself up for further success and that I know what I'm working towards. So please subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. I have a lot of ideas for new videos coming up, and as always, if you have suggestions or there's anything that you want to see, please let me know. I'm more than happy to read through like messages and whatnot that I get. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy this video. I have big goals going into next year that I'm really excited to work towards and accomplish. For me, having a clear understanding of what I'm working towards and how I'm going to get there has really helped me actually achieve the goals that I've had. So it's helped me reach my short-term goals and get me closer and closer to the long-term goals that I have. So for 2023, let's make sure we're setting ourselves up for success. So one of the biggest problems that I've seen when it comes to goal setting, and this is something I really wanted to acknowledge because I know it's something that I struggled with for a long time, it's that we don't know how to get clear with our goals. So we don't know how to be specific, or maybe we're a little afraid to be specific because in the back of our minds we're like, but what if it doesn't happen? Which kind of stops us before we actually get started, and then we're questioning why we're not reaching our goals. So let's sit down, reflect, and plan. Whether your goal is to lose weight, get healthier, save money, get better at drawing faces, it's really important to note that setting goals and setting intentions are very different from each other. It's one thing to say, I want to lose weight. It's another thing to say, I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months by increasing my activity level and changing my eating habits. So these are the strategies and tips that I have for you that hopefully will help you get clearer goals, or get clearer on the goals that you have for yourself, and actually be able to come up with a plan for you to reach them. So number one, be specific. You want to be as specific as possible here by using numerical metrics as much as you can. So in 2016 was when I decided I wanted to really change for the better. I was weighing 175 pounds. I was at my heaviest and honestly at my lowest mentally. I put a picture of myself there just for reference. I don't have a lot of pictures from back then. 2016 Kelsey was very, very insecure, very inactive, unhealthy. 2016 Kelsey dreamed of being 115 pounds, but she didn't think it could happen. So 2016 Kelsey was going through a lot. So yeah, if you want to lose weight, yes. Okay, how much weight? At 175, I thought 155 sounds like a healthier weight for me. So that was my goal. I wanted to lose those 20 pounds. Say you want to save money. Okay, how much? But one thing to note is that not all goals will have numerical metrics for them. Like say you want to get better at drawing. Still, in this case, you want to be a little more specific. So you want to get better at drawing, okay, drawing what? You want to get better at drawing plants? Do you want to get better at drawing portraits? Whatever it is, be specific about what you want to achieve. So you have your goals written out. You're as specific as you can be. Now you need your strategy. Okay, what's the plan? What are the necessary steps that you need to take to achieve the goals that you have? What routines and habits do you need to develop to help you progress? So in my case, I had to create a routine and habits that would make my life a little easier to be able to eat healthier and increase my activity level. This way I was progressing in the right direction. So my goal was to lose 20 pounds. How was I going to do that? I was going to walk more. At the time, I would park in a parking garage. I decided no elevator. I would go up and down the stairs. And I was going to eat better, which meant eating out less and no McFlurries, no French fries. I had to set time aside weekly to prep my meals out and set myself up for success throughout the week. This way I wasn't tempted to eat out because I already had a meal ready for me. I wanted to get better at drawing faces, so I would draw, or the routine I had to set was draw in my sketchbook daily, or if you don't feel like you can draw daily, maybe you do 4 times a week. Whatever is realistic for you. I like to give myself a range, say 4 to 6 days a week, either from life or from a photo. Say I want to improve my passing in Jiu Jitsu. Say I want to begin implementing the long step pass and chaining that to different passes, like the cross knee. Then I would start drilling, say 30 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, or every other day, no matter what day, but adding that layer of a routine, something that is a non-negotiable throughout your day. You have to make time for it throughout your day, will help you get better at whatever it is you're trying to improve, and will help you get closer to whatever the goal is that you're trying to get to. So your routines, they can be quarterly, they can be monthly, weekly, or even daily. Monthly, I like to reflect on the month before. I like to review my budget, kind of go over what my plan is for the month ahead as well. Weekly, I like to grocery shop. I like to set some time aside to plan out the meals that we're going to have throughout the week, and I'll decide if there's any recipes that I want to try. This just makes it easier for me. That way throughout the week I don't have to go to the grocery store unless I absolutely need something because I forgot something. But I always make a grocery list, go to the grocery store, buy what I need for the week, and then that's what we have. Also weekly now, I'm trying to post these YouTube videos. So I don't have control over the amount of subscribers that I get, but I do have control over the amount of content I put out and how often I put it out. So I sit down and plan ahead. That way I can make my life just a little bit easier in that way. Daily, I like to sit down and plan out my day. I will say I'm going to work on this video for 2 hours. Then I'm going to go to work and do what I need to do. Then I'm going to train for an hour, and then I'm going to come home and I need to cook for an hour. So I have the time block out my day. Maybe your day, it doesn't have to be as structured. You do what works for you, but just prioritizing those things that are going to help you reach the goals that you have. So creating these habits, creating these routines, yes, can be really difficult at first because you're breaking old habits. So you're getting yourself out of these habits that weren't really serving you, and you're developing new ones. But soon enough, they're going to be just that. They're going to be your new habits, and it'll become your new normal. So you have your specific goal, and you know how much weight you want to lose, or you know what you want to improve on. You have your strategy, you have your plan together. You know the routine and habits that you need to develop in order to achieve the goal that you have. Now, give yourself a deadline. Deadlines are super important because they really do help you prioritize what you need to do to achieve your goals sooner than if you just say you're going to do it eventually. Deadlines will help you see and visualize you reaching your goal, and you can break up your goal into smaller goals. So deadlines could look like losing 1 to 2 pounds a week, saving $500 a month, losing 20 pounds in 3 months, or drawing 100 faces in a month. Those deadlines those are your personal deadlines to keep up with. One thing I do want to note is that if for whatever reason you don't meet the deadline, that's okay. Progress over perfection. You don't need to beat yourself up over it, but take a moment and acknowledge what happened. Are you taking the steps necessary to get to your goal? You're taking small steps and making adjustments towards the larger goal, and that's fine. Take a look at your journey so far and reflect on the changes that you've made. What's working? What's not working? Were you too hard on yourself? Were you too flexible with yourself? Review your plan and adjust your plan as you go. Again, progress over perfection keeps me sane because I am far from perfect, and things happen, life happens. We all experience things that are outside of our control. Things we can't control happen for us, but we're focusing on the things that we can control. We're focusing on the lessons and implementing what we're learning. Number 4, and most importantly, love yourself the whole time. Love yourself and believe that you can reach your goal. I can't stress this enough. I'll be happy when, telling yourself I'll be happy when won't lead you to success. Saying I'll be happy when I lose 20 pounds, I'll be happy when I have the dream job, I'll be happy when I have the dream house, it won't actually make you happy. You may feel a little happy for a few minutes, a few days maybe, but then you'll go back to where you were, or you'll go back to your old habits. That's what happened when I lost my first 15 pounds, the first time I was trying to lose weight. I said I wanted to lose weight, I started a little bit, didn't really have a plan, and I lost the 15 pounds and I said, now what? I thought losing the weight would make me happy. It didn't. I went back to eating all the stuff, all the McFlurries and French fries, and I gained it back and a little more because I hadn't learned yet that success is a lifestyle. Weight loss or health is a lifestyle, not a destination. So acknowledge yourself, celebrate yourself. If you're a good person with good intentions, you deserve to be happy and you deserve to love yourself. I actually found some old sketchbooks that I had written some of my goals in, and I would write myself reminders almost daily, just practicing my hand lettering, but also finding quotes that would help me just keep moving forward, because it is a constant battle, especially when you're trying to break old habits and create new ones. It's a consistent battle of the old you versus new you versus future you. Future you will thank the old you for going through those difficult times. Self-doubt will definitely creep in. There were numerous times where I almost convinced myself that I was meant to be 170 pounds. I was meant to be that heavy and unhealthy. It was just meant to be, just because just because it was so much easier to convince myself that I wasn't going to be able to make the changes, that I wasn't going to be able to take the steps necessary to reach my goals. It's a lot easier to convince yourself that you can't do it than to actually make the changes and take the steps necessary to progress without seeing immediate results. That's the hard part. The hard part is doing it, not seeing the results immediately, but believing that they're coming. But you know what will happen if you stay where you are. You know what will happen if you continue doing what you're doing. You'll be the same. You'll be in the same position. You'll be the same weight. You'll be just as unhealthy or maybe even worse. You won't hit your goal. Building your self-confidence is so hard when you're so low, but seeing progress and acknowledging yourself for it, it will build you up. I started at 175 pounds. I lost weight and then I gained it back. But then when I lost weight again, I remember hitting 155 pounds and I was really excited for myself in a different way. It wasn't because I was happy that I had reached the goal, but it was because I was happy that I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it, and getting there was when I was like, okay, if I can hit 155, then maybe if I keep taking care of myself, I can lose another 10 pounds and hit 145. And in late 2019 was when I really decided to take my weight down to 125, which if you had asked 2016 Kellsey, I really didn't think was possible. And this is why it took me so long to lose a little over 50 pounds, because I had to go step by step, little by little, to really believe that I could get to 115 pounds. I didn't think for a long time that I'd be able to be this weight. And I stress a lot, like, for me, weight isn't really, it's not super important. It's important when I have to compete, but what's important for me is that I feel good. I like to tell, like, my journey, because there are a lot of people that they lose weight and they'll lose weight really quickly. I lost maybe 60 pounds over the course of 6 years, because I didn't believe in myself for a really long time. It took those incremental steps. It took writing out a plan and really taking a look at what I wanted to do and breaking it down into smaller goals to get myself to where I am today. I don't want to be any smaller. I actually feel my best around 118 to 120 pounds. So yeah, break down your goals as much as you need to, and know that you'll get to where you want to go, as long as you're putting in the work, of course. Keep the promises that you make to yourself, and just watch yourself believe in yourself a little bit more every day. If you catch yourself saying something negative, stop yourself. Replace the thought immediately, and replace the thought with something at least a little bit more positive. When I started Jiu Jitsu, my first class, they said, all right, we're doing front rolls down the mat. And I stood at the edge of the mat and I was like, I can't front roll. And one of my coaches, he was really good about making me say yet at the end of my sentences. I can't front roll, he would say yet. I can't front roll yet. This is actually something I can talk more about in another video. I've learned so much over the past almost 7 years of training Jiu-Jitsu, and if this is something that you'd be interested in hearing about, let me know in the comments. I can piece it all together. I have so many things, but I'll try to break it down. All right, guys. I think I shared a lot in this video. I hope that's okay. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, comment. I'd love to hear from you all. I'd love to hear about the goals that you have, how I can help. And remember, always strive for progress, not perfection. I have to remind myself of this every time I'm making a video and posting it. All right, see you next time. Take care.